that means for her and Emily's relationship. This one is honestly the wildest to me. She has a sister named Heidi, and Heidi is the only sibling that got to be a vampire, and Heidi's special talent is that everybody, all genders, all species, are attracted to Heidi and can't resist her. Lures in people from around the world, covers their tracks, and brings food into the throne room where they all eat like animals and let all the bodies fall out into that little pit drain. So, like, what's your... relationship like with your siblings on a scale from like Seth to Emily or Seth to Heidi? I can't tell which is worse. Honorable mention, her mother-in-law's name is Victoria. Stephenie Meyer, in writing the Twilight Saga, did include all of her siblings as characters, and I think it gives some sort of insight into those relationships. I'm not sure what. It's quite dark. First and foremost, this is always the big elephant in the room. She does have a brother.
Channel do you work for? She wants to know. Channel 4. What's that? What the fuck is your problem? Did you hear the disappointments? I understand if I say CNN and some people hate it, or Fox and some people hate it, but Channel 4 you have a problem with? Just like, oh my God, we have to watch General Hospital, not Days of Our Lives. What's your problem with Channel 4? That was the weirdest response I've ever heard. Just when someone's like, what's your favorite color? Purple. Jesus Christ! Purple!
Are the galaxies... My boyfriend told me to leave him alone. So I slept with another man. Me, 28 female, and my boyfriend, 28 male, have been together for 8 years. Last month, I brought up the topic of marriage. We have been together for 8 years, so I'm past all of the passive hints. I bluntly asked him if he ever thought about us getting married. Honestly, I just wanted to get a grasp on his thoughts on marriage because it had come to mind that we've never spoken about it. I remember us just briefly stating that we both would like to get married one day, and if we are meant to be, then we would. Also, it's been 8 mother effing years, so I would like to know where this is going. By the way, this comes from OK Bluebird 2740, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. After asking him, he looks at me with a scrunched up, mean mugging face and says, "Why would I marry you after you cheated on me?" I was truly confused about what the heck he was even talking about, because I know I never cheated. So I asked him what he was talking about. Apparently he was talking about the beginning of our relationship. So backstory to that. We had been going out for about 6 months and everything was going great. It was a Friday evening and I was off that day, so I was running errands. Suddenly my phone was blowing up with tons of Facebook notifications, calls, and texts. I mean, it was blowing up so bad to the point where I couldn't even use it because I was getting so many notifications at once. My homegirl ends up pulling up to my house because she hasn't been getting a hold of me. My first thought was somebody had passed away because of how urgent she came through. She was asking me if I knew, and I saw it because it's been going around Facebook. I told her I couldn't even open up my phone because it's going off like crazy, so no. I don't know what she was even talking about. She looks at me all sad and hesitated a bit, but then she just handed me her phone. Someone had posted my boyfriend giving oral to another man. It was selfie pictures like he was the one who took them himself, and there were so many. In that moment, I immediately tried calling my boyfriend, but he didn't answer. I texted him that we need to talk. I wasn't going to break up with him at the moment. I just wanted to talk about the situation because I needed to know the truth. I didn't care if he was attracted to the same gender or bi, and I would have 100% understood if he was still in the closet or DL or whatever. Because I know how hard it is for men to, especially to be open about their spicy identity. I needed to know if I was just a cover-up, if he was bi, etc. I didn't even bother to see who posted the pictures, but his response was, "Don't talk to me." I figured, okay, yeah, he's probably embarrassed or ashamed, so I told him that I would still be here when he was ready to talk, that I don't think differently of him, and that if he can tell me the truth, I wouldn't judge him. But he kept telling me to leave him alone. This went on for 2 days. I didn't hear from him, he wasn't picking up my calls, ignoring my texts. I texted him again saying that I'm still here for him, and he finally messages me back saying to leave him alone, and he doesn't want to see or talk to me. I took it as him breaking up with me because he's been MIA for a couple of days, ignoring me, and finally hits me back saying that. I just chalked it up as a loss and moved on. Mind you, we were only going out for 6 months. Well, my homegirls take me out the next day to cheer me up because I was being pestered and semi-bullied online for being in a relationship with him? What? Why? People whom I never met were calling me on Facebook Messenger and asking me if I knew and how did I not know, basically trying to get the tea. I didn't have any to tell, and even if I did, I wasn't going to ever. It didn't bother me, and it still never bothers me now. Anyways, I go out with my girls and I meet a guy. It wasn't anything special. I thought he was cute, and he was trying to pursue me. So I got his number, and the next night he took me out and we hooked up. We weren't looking for an exclusive status, just a one-night stand, really. But literally, guess who freaking hits me back up? My boyfriend, LOL. He said he needed to talk to me and that he was sorry for basically ghosting me. We met up and he tells me the story. I'm not going to share on here because I don't feel like that's relevant. I felt really bad for him and honestly I still really liked him, so yeah, I continued to go back out with him. I did tell him about my one-night stand. He was hurt, but he said he understood. We have been together since and we never really spoke about it again. So fast forward to today, as of now, it's been weird, like so weird. The point I can't stand to be in the same room as him. I resent talking to him because I feel like he's trying to find an excuse not to.
I could use a food break. Let me just finish gardening and then I will hop off here and we can do a little Fortnite.
To get married, and saying that I cheated on him gives him that excuse. I'm really sad, and I do feel guilty now for sleeping with another man. He states that I should have waited because he was going to come back. I don't know, I think he gave me my answer about the marriage part. But now it's like, why are we even together? And why did he now just say that? And there is an update. As of today, I am officially single. We spoke this morning about what's going on and what we're gonna do. We decided that we should just split up. He's still gonna help pay the rent because we have 5 months left, and honestly, that's the least he could do. He's still leaving and staying with a friend because he claims it'll help with the process. I do also have to thank you guys for backing me up and giving me a good reality check. Some of y'all were spot on too. He came to me this morning with his key. We sat down and he confessed that he had been cheating on me emotionally. Yikes! Yes, I consider that a form of cheating. He told me how he's been on Grindr, and though he hasn't met up with anyone, he wants to though, and even almost met up with someone. He let me see the messages. So far, there's been exchanges of pictures, dirty talking, and envisioning relationships with them. He says he can't fight it, and that it's not just a fantasy, but an actual want. He wants a poly relationship. He wants a girlfriend and boyfriend at the same time. He's still attracted to women, but having both feels different in a good way. These are his words, not mine. He said he didn't mean to be so mean about the marriage thing, but yes, that was like an out for him. He said he couldn't bring it to himself to cheat and doesn't want to put me in the same position as before. So he's telling me now that he's unhappy and doesn't feel like his true self. He said he wants to explore again and that he knows I won't be open to it or okay with it. Which, he's right. I've had an experimenting stage myself, but obviously that's over with. And I know for a fact I'm down for the D, not the P, and he knows that too. I said he could have told me all of that in such a different way rather than being mean about it and saying hurtful things. I mean, we've been through almost a decade with each other, through every good and bad season. I was more upset about his response because I just cared about how I envisioned us getting married. But then again, I do have to take accountability that I should have seen this coming, right? I've had an epiphany, and a lot of you guys mentioned I should be happy this happened, lol. But yes, I realized I'm grateful that this happened. Had I actually married him and we had kids and he pulled this on me, my world would spin. Or me just being Delulu and trying to change myself to a standard. But there is an update. I like to think of myself as an open-minded person. But please, I never now and never in the future would want to share my significant other with another person. Or straight. I also realized 8 years went by because I was so busy with school and work. Our relationship was good for the most part. We understood that we both had responsibilities other than the ones we shared, and we just went with the flow. But I'm graduating this spring now that the hard part is over. I just wanted to move on to the next stage of life. I'm more sad on the part that I let 8 freaking years go by focusing on school and work, trying to stay afloat. I recall I was happy though, so that's what matters, right? Maybe I would have seen signs, or maybe I would have mentioned marriage sooner, and could have avoided years passing by. I'm sad, but I'm okay. I'm grown, and even though it has been 8 years, I know life isn't over because of that. I'm glad he's living his true self now, though. And folks, that's the end of that story. My boyfriend told me to leave him alone.
Spend the morning with... Hi, I'm autistic, and I have social and communication deficits. Hi, I'm not autistic, but your personality is really cute. I am going to adopt you as a friend. Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm really bad at making and maintaining friendships, so you offering to just adopt me and include me in things is really, really nice. Alright, here's what we got going on. Here's some people that you can go meet. Here's a bunch of invitations that we have to different events, and yeah, that's about it. Hi. Oh my gosh, thank you. Okay, this is awesome. I will just try to blend in and I will, meet your friends and accept all those invitations. Okay, Morgan, you're being a little weird. It's okay, but maybe just tone it down a bit. Oh, okay, I didn't realize I was doing something weird and I don't want to do that, so I'll just completely follow, what you do. Okay, you're being really annoying. It's like you're following me around, you do weird things, you rely on me for all of your friends and all of your invitations. Can you just be your own person? Can you, back off? I have been dropping hints, but clearly you're not getting them. And so now I'm gonna stop inviting you to things and rub it in your face so that you will leave me alone. Oh, she's hanging out with people without me, which is fine, but usually she invites me to those things. She would have told me if I did something wrong, so she probably just forgot to invite me, and that's okay. I'll still be a good friend to her. Hi, I'm autistic, and I have social and communication deficits. Hi, I'm not autistic, but your personality is really cute.
A little heart bits in
Creeper, I hardly know her. You know I'm a grower and not a shower. How did you get so thick with no curves? You a whole snack like an hors d'oeuvre. She's hissing like a demon. I'm in her nether regions. We're sailing on a wave. Hey, let me explode in your cave. Creeper, I hardly know her. You know I'm a grower and not a shower. How did you get so thick with no curves? You a whole snack like an hors d'oeuvre. She's hissing like a demon. I'm in her nether regions. We're sailing on a wave. Hey, let me explode in your cave. Creeper,
This is titled Dread Game Causing My Girlfriend's Mental Health to Spiral. ... Too far? I recently made a post detailing how I implemented Dread Game, educating you guys what my understanding of it is and what my observations were. So sidebar here to give you guys a bit of a breakdown. Dread Game, for a lot of people, this is coming from another Reddit post called X Red Pill, and the top comment on this is literally emotionally abuse your partner, trauma bond with them, and then covertly or overtly threaten to leave once they've become codependent. That is literally Dread Game. It is emotional abuse and manipulation where the goal is to keep the other person addicted to you. Okay? So we all have that background now.
I'm addicted to you without that though.
Again, not everyone is normal and sane and healthy, and some people are true just psychopaths. So to start off, I am a human lie detector when it comes to female bullshit. I continue to implement Dread because I felt like she was hiding too many lies about her past in order to control how I perceive her and influence how I treat her. Every suspicion was correct, and I held zero judgment. I'm not out here to slut shame. I just want her to be my slut and no one else's. I want to understand her so that I can understand what her needs are and how she can meet mine, without all the charades. I have value, I deserve truth, no less. I'm like no one else. I got what I wanted, and at the end of it all, when I got to the center of the truth, I felt like we were in a better place truly knowing each other. Knowing her truth also helped eliminate my jealousy. It also helped with internalizing AWOLT. I don't know what the fuck AWOLT means. Well, it worked, but too well. I assumed that my Dread Game wasn't soft enough, and the hard Dread Game is taking its toll. I was warned about this, that if all you've got is hard Dread, it's just gonna cause more relationship problems, even if it's a great short-term solution. Luckily, I do have very desirable long-term traits that cement my value in the relationship. The unfortunate part is that it's triggered her hidden abandonment issues. I've suspected a decline in her mental health over the past few weeks. She doesn't shower as much, doesn't clean her room as much, her hair is always messy. She confirmed this to me one night when she broke down finally and opened up to me about it. It took me a minute to empathize because a lot of her typical unattractive female bullshit, the type of stuff that confirms red pill truths, has made me feel a little cold towards her. When I go cold, that means I basically lose all of my emotions and I start making everything into a joke, especially if she's upset and opening up about her feelings.
Fortnite
Being
time.
cold feels like a good thing when you seek power over a woman, but at the end of the day, I don't need to actually hurt anyone over love or pussy. Great, she's obsessed with me, but now her sex drive is starting to die again the last 2 days because she has been secretly terrorized by the thought of me leaving her and that she'll never find someone like me again. I'm obviously toning this down and appealing to more of a reassuring daddy energy when she has these moments, and I'm trusting more in an overall assertiveness whenever she is acting up. I love taming brats, but destroying her mental health just to aggrandize my ego is not really worth it to me. When she broke down and told me all of this, it did make me rethink what I'm doing. Maybe I'm being a bit too extreme when it comes to triggering that fear of loss. I don't want to give her even more attention or validation. I feel like she should have to earn it, not beg for it. A small part of me thinks it's some test, some last-minute resistance of some sort, her feminine frame countering mine in a way. But the spiral in her mental health is undeniable. She's going to work in unwashed clothes. It just feels like I'm heavily bordering on psychological abuse. The thing is, I'm just not sure if more reassurance is the answer. What are some other ways that are more...
This one, you? Oh, you got SpongeBob! Alright, well, let's play. I hate that Fortnite has so many pop-ups. It drives me nuts. Like, dude, just let me play the game. Alright, you can pick a landing spot. If you want. Oh, alright. Oh, it's just you. Okay. I'm nervous for a second. There's a box somewhere, but I don't know where. much time do I got? I can do another round. Hate you. Yes. Ghostface. Boy, Mommy is trying to play a video game. Alright, where are you thinking of landing? There? Okay. Oh, I might have jumped off too soon. Oh. blood. I might play some games later today. We'll see. Hey, gotta level up. That was fun. Whee. Alright. Thank you. Yeah, I love playing Fortnite. Yeah, I just gotta go donate, but I might be able to come back on later. We'll see how busy today gets.